What's up? What's happening? What is going on, Cantaloupes? No matter what, the odds are against your team winning Super Bowl 53, especially if you're a fan of our mediocre teams. We'll get there one day, guys. I'm Mike Cantalupo, and this is one reason why your team won't win Super Bowl 53. The Arizona Cardinals, their quarterback situation. Come on, Sam Bradford is not going to win your team a Super Bowl. He's always injured. Josh Rosen, he's a rookie. A rookie's not going to win you a Super Bowl either. They were mediocre in 2016 and 2017, and now they've downgraded at their position for now. The Atlanta Falcons, their clutch gene. Yeah, they blew a 28-3 lead, then they had a disappointing 2017 and a disappointing performance in the divisional round versus the Philadelphia Eagles. Is the mental toughness there? Matt Ryan has always underachieved in the playoffs, so it's hard for us to think, they have it all. They have every athleticism, and team-wise, they have what it takes. It's just the mental aspect. The Baltimore Ravens, Joe Flacco. The Ravens have only made the playoffs once since Super Bowl 47. Joe Flacco has been mediocre, and that could be a lot of the blame. He unraveled late in 2016 and 2017. Baltimore should be contending with that defense and their solid rushing game, but Flacco keeps holding them back. It's going to be a make-or-break year for him. Lamar Jackson, again, a rookie, not going to come in and win you a Super Bowl. The Buffalo Bills offense. Can you believe it or not, Nathan Peterman might not be able to send the Bills to the Super Bowl. Damn shame. Josh Allen won't be able to do it either. AJ McCarron won't be able to do it either. Is LaShawn McCoy going to be a workhorse again? He's got a lot of legal troubles up his sleeve. The offensive line is mediocre. Feel like the Bills won't be making the playoffs again. The Carolina Panthers, their secondary. They were ranked 18th versus the pass in 2017. Pro Football Focus ranked them as the 29th best secondary, and that's really, really bad. Luke Kuechly can only do so much. To top it all off, they have two of the NFL's best quarterbacks in Matt Ryan and Drew Brees in their division. The Chicago Bears, the rebuild. I think the Bears have really a lot of potential to surprise a lot of people, but this is a rebuilding team still, or at least they're just starting to transition into getting out of that. Mitch Trubisky still has a long way to go before he's going to be a Super Bowl winning quarterback. But then again, Nick Foles won the Super Bowl last year. I don't think the Bears are ready just yet, but I think they might be in contention in a couple years. Cincinnati Bengals, Marvin Lewis. Yeah, this is our answer to everything that is the problems with the Bengals. No playoff wins, no postseason since 2015. The Bengals could be a contender with the right coach, but somehow Marv Lewis just doesn't get fired. So until Marv Lewis is fired, I don't see any playoff wins, and I don't see a Super Bowl. Cleveland Browns, the Browns. Yeah, 5 wins will be like a Super Bowl for this team. This is a team that has won 1 game in the last 2 seasons. They're going to be better. They're not going to win a Super Bowl, regardless of what Jarvis Landry says. The Dallas Cowboys, the passing game. Dak was dreadful without Zeke in 2017. Now he doesn't have Jason Witten, who retired, Dez Bryant, who was released. So who's the top receiver now? And is Prescott even a good pocket passer? There's a lot we still have to learn about him, and he worried us in 2017. Denver Broncos, that offense. Is Case Keenum really a true starter? Their offensive line is pathetic. Their running game is pathetic. They do have Demaryius Thomas and Emmanuel Sanders. They might be past their primes, though. They're going to have a gooder. I just said gooder. I need to just move on from there. Their defense is top 5, but this is a disaster. Moving on. The Detroit Lions. The Lions. The Lions are as mediocre as it gets. Matt Stafford is really, really good, but their defense is meh. Their running game is meh. Might be better than it was last year. Hasn't been in the last couple years. But it's just the Lions. It's just the Lions. Can you really expect the Lions to win the Super Bowl? The Green Bay Packers defense. Packers defense is always pathetic. Aaron Rodgers doesn't have a defense to back him up. He always has to score a lot of points. Muhammad Wilkerson is a really great addition, but the secondary is still horrible, and it will continue to be every single year. We've seen them fall apart in the playoffs time and time again. Sure, Aaron Rodgers can score 30 a game, but the defense will end up finding a way to give up 40. The Houston Texans, health worries. The Texans should be legit if Deshaun Watson, if J.J. Watt, if all of their key players stay healthy. And J.J. Watt has dealt with a lot of injuries throughout his career. You don't know how a mobile quarterback is going to come back after an ACL injury. There's a lot to be worried about. The Indianapolis Colts, a one-man team. And the one man, Andrew Luck, well, I guess you have T.Y. Hilton too. Let's not discredit him. But the offensive line sucks, the defense sucks, the ground game should suck unless Marlon Mack could be great, which I think he might actually be great. But the one man that you're putting all your trust into is coming off of a slew of injuries, and you don't know if he's going to be great again. The Jacksonville Jaguars, the passing game, the defense is by far the NFL's best. Leonard Fournette is a great running back. The offensive line is very steady, but it's Blake Bortles, and he is an average quarterback. He doesn't have any true number one receivers. You need a passing game to win a Super Bowl, and that is the only worry for the Jacksonville Jaguars right now. The Kansas City Chiefs, their secondary, they were 29th against the pass in 2017. Then they traded Marcus Peters to the Rams for some reason I can't explain. They were middle of the pack in scoring defense. There just isn't much in the secondary other than Eric Berry, who is, great. So let's not discredit him. But we know Pat Mahomes is going to be really good. The team's defense is always the part that folds in the playoffs. So why can we trust them now? The Los Angeles Chargers, the Chargers. Same thing with the Lions, same thing with the Browns. They're a great team on paper, but when they're supposed to win, like every year they were supposed to win from 2006 to 2011, they crack under pressure. They get injured. They find a way to embarrass themselves and lose important games over and over again. They're a good team. Just get that mental focus in there, and then maybe. The Los Angeles Rams, a lethal locker room. The Rams won the offseason, but they took in a lot of characters in the process. Ndamukong Suh, he's a notorious hothead. Aqib Talib, he's extremely dirty. The Chiefs traded Marcus Peters because of his attitude to the Rams. There's a lot of potential stardom in that locker room, which ultimately can create some tension, and there's going to be drama. Good luck, McVay. Miami Dolphins, their passing game. And it's not because of Ryan Tannehill. I love Ryan Tannehill. Remember, even if he plays fine, the Dolphins were in the playoffs in 2016 because of Ryan Tannehill. Devontae Parker scares me. Honestly, that's the real reason. He's not a true wide receiver one. At least he hasn't proven it thus far. Danny Amendola should be a nice addition. Ryan Tannehill loves to use slot receivers. I just don't think... I really think that they've downgraded in their wide receiver selection over the past year. The Minnesota Vikings, the offense. We know how great that defense is. It was the best in 2017. But how legit is Kirk Cousins? We don't know if he's a superstar or not. He could easily flop in Minnesota with all of that guaranteed money. You cannot fully trust that offense yet. Although 3 quarterbacks look great in Minnesota because of Adam Thielen and Stephon Diggs. So there is stuff to be worried about, but you're on the bright side. The New England Patriots lost pieces. They lost Brandon Cooks. They lost Dion Lewis. They lost Malcolm Butler. They lost Nate Solder. They lost Julian Edelman for at least the first 4 games of the season. Bill Belichick didn't really do much in the offseason to fix it, and the AFC continues to get stronger and stronger and stronger. Who's Tom Brady really going to throw to for 4 weeks? And who's going to run the ball? A lot of key players are gone there. The New Orleans Saints, the secondary. It's been forever since the Saints defense was good in back-to-back years. But now they have Marshawn Lattimore, who is a stud. Can Marcus Williams recover from that awful end of the season? If you don't remember, the Minneapolis Miracle. Yeah, he tackled his own player. You never know when they'll fold. I know their offense is going to be fine, so I really actually think their defense is going to be really good too. It's just, you can't say anything bad about Drew Brees. The New York Giants, Eli Manning wearing out. So you got Odell Beckham, you got Saquon Barkley, you got an above average defense, but Eli is now in his late 30s and he's shown signs of regression. Can we trust him to rebound? A lot of injuries last year, but I don't know if the injuries were the main concern. The New York Jets, rebuilding mode. The Jets are probably rebuilding. Now they have Sam Darnold. It's going to take a couple more years for him to truly be great. I just don't think that they're going to be ready to contend for a Super Bowl. The Oakland Raiders, a weak defense. Their pass rush is really weak without Mac. So we know Derek Carr is probably going to bounce back. We know the offense is probably going to bounce back, but can the D really do much of anything? The Philadelphia Eagles, the NFC parity. Nothing to dislike about this Philadelphia Eagles roster. Their core is back together, but the NFC is going to be a very, very tough conference to go through. You have the Vikings, the Saints, the Packers, the Falcons, the Panthers, the Rams, the 49ers. You have teams that can show a lot of promise as well as those super teams. So there's a lot of teams to overcome. So the odds are relatively against them. The Pittsburgh Steelers, their secondary, no concerns about their offense. We haven't had concerns about their offense for years, but their defense was faltered without Ryan Shazier, and he's not playing in 2018. Hey, it's great to see that he's walking again, though, honestly, showcasing to us that there are things bigger than football. It's going to be all on the offense this year. San Francisco 49ers rebuilding the defense. Jimmy G so far 5 for 5 in starts. He looks legit, but the defense is young and rebuilding. They have the 24th ranked defense in 2017, 25th in scoring. They're going to be good eventually, but this is not a Super Bowl team, at least with that defense. They should have added more veteran playmakers and leadership. The Seattle Seahawks, goodbye, Legion of Boom. They are no longer an elite defensive team, and that was their identity for a very long time. Richard Sherman, Jeremy Lane, they're both gone. Michael Bennett was traded. Cam Chancellor retired. So really, it's all on Russell Wilson and the offense, and I don't know if they could do it. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the overall team. Yeah, Jameis Winston, he doesn't get along with the head coach. He's already suspended. He's already overrated. Don't have much of a ground game. Defense is really terrible. The NFC South is a great, great division. The team is just going to falter. The Tennessee Titans, Marcus Mariota in the passing game. We're still waiting for Marcus Mariota to become a true superstar. He can run the ball. He can pass the ball. He can play as a game manager, but the Titans didn't take that next leap that everybody was expecting them to last year. He doesn't have many pass catching options. Somebody wish Marcus some luck. The Washington Redskins quarterback. The Redskins couldn't get it to the next level with Kirk Cousins. They had only one playoff season with him, and Alex Smith is now their quarterback. I actually think that it's really not a downgrade. I think that Alex Smith is a great quarterback, but Alex Smith works really well as a game manager, and as a game manager, you need weapons around you, and I just don't see the Redskins having those weapons like Alex Smith had with the Chiefs. You get what I'm saying? What do you think about my reason for your team not winning a Super Bowl? Let me know in the comments below. If you like this video, hit the like button. Until next time, I am Mike Cantalupo. Thanks for watching.